Welcome to the channel. Today, we will explore 18 extremely special and unusual relationships that have captured the world's attention. From love stories that transcend social stereotypes, age gaps to relationships that make people wonder, all are real and have made waves in the media. Let's see which relationships have broken all traditional rules and left an unforgettable mark. Surely you have heard or witnessed a relationship that made you exclaim, "Unbelievable." What about you? Have you ever met a truly different couple? If yes, comment number 1, if not, leave number 0. Don't forget to enjoy the whole video and leave a sub to support the channel so that we have more motivation to bring more unique stories. Twin sisters Brianna and Brittany Dean captured the world's attention when they married identical twins Josh and Jeremy Salyers. Their wedding took place on August 4, 2018, at the Twins Day Festival in Twinsburg, Ohio, where the four had first met exactly 1 year earlier. The connection between them was so natural and immediate that it seemed like fate had arranged it. Both sisters had always dreamed of marrying twins, and that dream came true. Their love story is one of the strangest romances ever told. Their wedding day was completely coordinated, from the matching dresses to the matching vows to the decorations. Guests were amazed at how perfectly in sync the two couples were. After the wedding, they moved into a house together in Virginia, sharing everyday activity. Their life was a perfect mirror. Two couples, one home. They called it a double life and were completely satisfied with their choice. What is unique is that both couples had sons at about the same time. Genetically, because their parents are identical, the boys are considered brothers, not just cousins. This is a rare phenomenon and has attracted the attention of the scientific community. The family quickly became the subject of media attention and controversy. Many people expressed amazement at this unique family model. Despite mixed reviews from admiration to skepticism, the four remain happy and steadfast in their lives. For them, love does not need to follow conventional patterns. They believe that their biological and emotional connection is rare and precious. Their love story continues to inspire people around the world, and they prove that love, when doubled, can create a life that is twice as extraordinary. This is the story of Charles Chuck Helmke and Charlotte Guttenberg, a senior couple from Melbourne, Florida, whose bodies are living canvases of art. Together, they hold the record for being the most tattooed senior citizens on Earth, with Charlotte's skin covered in nearly 99% tattoos, and Chuck's close behind at 97.12%. What makes their stories even more extraordinary is that neither of them started young. Charlotte only got her first tattoo at 57, spurred by a desire to fully express herself after her husband passed away. Chuck's journey with ink also came after his wife passed away. Their paths crossed in the colorful world of tattoo parlors, where needles, ink, and bold designs became the foundation of a new love. Each tattoo tells a story not just of art, but of survival connection and the courage to live authentically. Their bodies now stand as testaments to a love that refuses to be defined by age or convention. That time, I was assessed as having 91.5% body. Initially, family and friends had a hard time understanding this dramatic transformation. However, over time, they also came to admire the passion and dedication that Chuck and Charlotte had for both their art and each other. Beyond their personal journey, the couple's commitment has earned them multiple Guinness World Records, proving that love and bold self-expression can come at any stage of life. Their story is a striking reminder that true connection leaves a mark. indelible, colorful, and utterly unbreakable, inspiring countless others to live boldly and love fiercely. Paulo Gabriel da Silva Barros and Catiúcia Leohoshino from Brazil are the world's shortest married couple, measuring just 5 feet tall combined. Paulo is 35 inches tall, while Catiúcia is a little taller. They met through social media and quickly discovered a connection that transcended appearances. Beneath their diminutive stature was a huge love which made their story go viral. In 2016, they officially married and became global icons of limitless love. Their daily life is not easy, as everything is designed for the taller person. They have to customize their house furniture and activities to suit their height. However, their teamwork and determination help them overcome everything. Every obstacle becomes an opportunity for them to prove their strength of spirit and bond. They live not as a special case, but as a happy, confident, and determined couple. Paulo and Catiúcia's story challenges the social stereotype of a normal couple. They inspire millions to look beyond appearances and judge love with their hearts. They remind us that love is not measured in inches or feet, but in loyalty, trust, and sharing. Although they are small in stature, their hearts are big and strong. And it is that love that is so high and unattainable. What do you think about love and marriage outside the traditional mold if you support differences in love? Comment number 2. If you find it difficult to accept relationships that are too unusual, leave number 5. Leave your comments below and remember to subscribe so you don't miss the next strange stories. Akihiko Kondo of Japan made headlines when he married virtual pop star Hatsune Miku in 2018. The lavish wedding cost nearly $18,000, and he treated her like a real wife. For years, his holographic bride provided him with joy, companionship, and meaning. But after 4 years, the software that powered his Gatebox device, the only way he could interact with Miku, stopped working. Overnight, his wife disappeared completely. The sudden absence left Akihiko deeply lonely and feeling like his life had lost its main pillar. Despite the ridicule, he defended his relationship, arguing that love did not have to exist in the traditional sense. For him, his connection with Miku was real, stemming from a comfort and empathy he could not find in a real person. He continued to advocate for the recognition of relationships that did not follow social norms. His love was a declaration of the right to feel and connect, even with a virtual being. Akihiko's story raises a profound question: what happens when technology, the only thing that sustains a relationship, disappears? The pain he experiences is proof that feelings for virtual characters can be as real and profound as those in real life. It forces society to rethink the boundaries between real and virtual love. For Akihiko, love does not require a physical presence, but the presence of emotions. And sometimes connections that go beyond reality are the most lasting bonds. Woody Allen and Soon-Yi Previn remain one of Hollywood's most controversial love stories. In 1992, the public was shocked to discover that Woody was having an affair with Soon-Yi, the adopted daughter of his longtime girlfriend, actress Mia Farrow. Soon-Yi was adopted from South Korea by Mia and composer Andre Previn and was around 21 years old at the time. Woody, then 56, had been in Soon-Yi's life since she was a child. The relationship immediately sparked a fierce debate about morality and personal boundaries. Not only was the age gap a major concern, but the public was also outraged by the fact that Woody had acted as a stepfather to Soon-Yi. The media was abuzz with television shows and newspapers analyzing every detail of the story. Woody was heavily criticized, while Soon-Yi faced many personal attacks. Despite all this, they maintained their relationship. In 1997, they officially married amid harsh public criticism. Over time, they adopted 2 children and lived a private life, rarely speaking about their marriage. Woody and Soon-Yi have always maintained that their relationship was consensual and based on true love. They have denied any wrongdoing from the past and have tried to stay out of trouble. However, skepticism and scorn have followed them for decades. For many, their marriage remains morally unacceptable. Their love story raises the uncomfortable question, can love transcend all boundaries, or are there boundaries that should never be crossed even in love? Although they have been together for more than 25 years, public opinion remains deeply divided. It is one of the biggest scandals Hollywood has ever seen, and it is also a controversial reminder that love can sometimes challenge societal norms. When Kyle, 31, announced his relationship with Marjorie McCool, 91, it was a huge shock. Their 60-year age difference made many skeptical and thought it was a joke or a publicity stunt. But for Kyle and Marjorie, it was a genuine relationship that started as a friendship and grew into a deep love. Despite the criticism and judgment, they held hands and moved forward. For Kyle, Marjorie brought a wisdom and a sense of peace that he had never found in anyone else. Despite the mixed reactions from the public, Kyle and Marjorie still live together openly and proudly. Their story is a clear proof that true love is not bound by age, social prejudice, or generation gap. What they have together is not just companionship, but laughter, respect, and a rare emotional connection. They do not live to please others, but simply love in their own way. And that is the most powerful message they want to convey. When love is real, there are no limits that can stop it. Pixie Fox and Justin Jedlicka aren't just a couple. They're living examples of the obsession with extreme plastic surgery. Known to the world as real-life Barbie and Ken, they found each other not through traditional love, but through a shared desire to transform themselves into the perfect image of their imagination. The pair have undergone more than 350 surgeries, spending over $1 million to reconstruct almost their entire bodies. Pixie even had some ribs removed and oversized breast implants, while Justin has had a nose-job chin surgery and artificial muscles to perfect his appearance. For them, it's more than just a cosmetic procedure. It's a lifestyle statement. Their relationship was built on a shared passion for extreme aesthetics, where scalpels and silicones became the glue. The two often appeared at events and surgery conferences as celebrities in the cosmetic industry, even winning awards for the most daring procedures. However, many people questioned, is this an expression of personal freedom or a dangerous borderline of body image disorder? The conflicting opinions about this couple have never subsided. They are the subject of controversy between admiration and concern. Despite the judgment they face from the community and experts, Pixie and Justin remain steadfast in their choices. They see their bodies as works of art that are constantly being improved. Their love challenges traditional standards of beauty and relationships. Instead of seeking acceptance, they choose to live in an identity they have created for themselves, artificial but on their own terms. For them, congruence is when they both look in the mirror and see the best version of themselves, literally. Their story has left many wondering, can love and passion be one when obsession becomes a way of life? Although extreme, Pixie and Justin's relationship is deeply human, reflecting the desire to reach perfection, no matter the cost. Their love is a cultural phenomenon that is both fascinating and disturbing. It goes beyond the story of an odd couple. It is emblematic of a world where the line between true self and constructed self is increasingly blurred. And in that world, love, no matter how strange, still finds its place. The love story of Sultan Kösen, the world's tallest man, once stunned the world. At 8'3", Sultan, a gentle Turkish farmer, faced many obstacles in his search for love. For years, he worried that anyone would see the real him beyond his extraordinary stature. Then in 2013, he married Merve Debo, a Syrian woman who stands 5'9", a difference of more than 2 feet. Their wedding made global headlines, leaving the public amazed and curious about how they got along in their daily lives. Sultan is not shy about the challenges of marriage, from redesigning the interior to adjusting the living space to make it comfortable for both of them. However, he always emphasizes that love makes all the obstacles worth it. Merve said that she was not attracted to her husband's record-breaking height, but rather his humorous, kind, and humble personality. To her, he is a warm man in the public spotlight. Their story is proof that love can overcome distances, both physical and prejudice. However, not all fairy tales last forever. Sultan and Merve's marriage eventually ended in a quiet and emotional divorce. The breakup raised real questions about whether love can withstand such great differences. Despite the end, the relationship is still remembered as a beautiful symbol of love beyond limits. It shows that sometimes the heart can reach beyond what seems impossible. Shane and Hannah Burkaw have redefined the true meaning of connection. Shane has spinal muscular atrophy and has been in a wheelchair since he was 2 years old, but that hasn't stopped him from living life to the fullest. Hannah first learned about Shane through his humorous and heartfelt blog, and from their initial messages, they formed a deep connection. The couple has proven that love isn't limited by physical differences. Together, they have built a love built on honesty, laughter, and teamwork. Their relationship has defied all social stereotypes about disability and love. Shane is an author and motivational speaker, and Hannah is his supportive partner. They openly share their lives on social media, attracting millions of followers with their honesty and optimism. Despite the challenges they face on a daily basis, they remain resilient and joyful through it all. Their love is strong and genuine, defying all stereotypes. They openly share every aspect of their lives, from marriage to intimacy, helping to break down old stereotypes about love and disability. Shane and Hannah prove that love is not based on looks or abilities, but on caring and nurturing from two real people. Their journey is deeply inspiring, forcing the world to rethink true love. They show that love cannot be confined to any social framework. Through their story, they remind everyone that connection comes from courage and sincerity. From extraordinary love stories to unconventional relationships, they have changed the way we look at love. Stories like Shane and Hannah's not only capture attention, but also broaden society's perspective on different forms of love. The power of love lies in its unpredictability and its ability to transcend stereotypes. The world will probably talk about these extraordinary relationships forever, and so will we. True love never ceases to inspire and challenge boundaries. Love conquers all odds. Discover the journey of Gail Appelgren and Tim Columbia, an inspirational couple with neurofibromatosis living fiercely despite stereotypes. Living with a rare condition is challenging, as is finding love. I just saw him across the table. I thought, oh, he's doing pretty well. But these amazing couples found each other because of what makes them truly special. Aya definitely brought us together. Together, we've broken over 600 bones. 600, making these couples some of the most inspiring couples out there as they navigate life together, living with some of the rarest and most difficult conditions in the world. I'm just determined to prove all the haters wrong. We have known each other since Chris was born, since I am a little older than him, and we make it happy, make it work. A power couple that started with Gail and Tim, their rare condition was so misunderstood that people often avoided them in public. I was told not to swim in the pool if I sat down next to someone they would get up and move. I had people surrounding me and praying for me. Gail was born with neurofibromatosis. Because I have neurofibromatosis along my gums and in the crevices, I have to be careful. So I use a soft toothbrush because it bleeds easily. I have to brush very gently. I was born with neurofibromatosis. My mother had it too, and she had 7 children. The 3 youngest have it. It's a genetic condition. Tim's case is called a mutation. Neither of my parents had it. 50% of new neurofibromatosis cases are due to genetic mutations. Neurofibromatosis causes tumors on nerve tissue. These tumors can appear anywhere in the nervous system, including the brain and spinal cord. Neurofibromatosis is a very hard word to say, but it's also a tough condition to live with, and it varies from person to person. Some people develop tumors on internal organs, which can be very painful for some. There are people who have lost limbs or even died because of this condition. There is currently no cure for neurofibromatosis, and the only treatment is surgery. Only 1 in every 3,000 people in the world has this condition. I started noticing changes in my body when I hit puberty around 2nd or 3rd grade. I was bullied a lot because of the lumps. Luckily, I had a few good friends, but it was still really tough. I went on a few dates, but they didn't go well until we met. I always thought I'd end up living alone, and I was afraid I'd die lonely. Pretty handsome, Tim. Thanks, look at your hair too. There's no trace of that lump then. Yeah, that's right. This was when I was in high school and I first noticed the neurofibromatosis lumps. They were on my chin, this one. Do you remember these? Or the flowers? Those were the flowers I sent you the first set with the puppy. It looked like my Caleb. Tim and I have known each other since August 2010, right? Yeah, great. Yeah, now it's a little GRE, but not that much. Here's a picture from our wedding. Look at the smiles. It was a great day. I think that's the picture I used as my Facebook profile picture. I got the information from a co-worker of mine who had tried to introduce me to someone before. This was one of our first vacations together. She ran into my office and said, Gil, I need to talk to you. There's a man, and he has the same disease as you. I don't know, I wrote it down here. This picture was taken right after I proposed right at Cathedral Grove. And you can see it's a beautiful picture. Beautiful memories. She wore it for the first time this spring. That's right. Our anniversary is coming up. It was the 3rd of August I proposed, and of course she said yes. Yeah, that's why we're here. After finding each other, the couple began to face the harsh realities of living with a distinct difference. I would get stares from people all the time when I was in the supermarket or out in public. If I sat down next to someone, they would stand up and move. I had people surrounding me and praying for me because I wasn't like everyone else. I mostly noticed children looking at me and wondering, they might say, "Oh, he has a big bump on his head." What is this? Just asking, thanks for asking. Yes, it's neurofibromatosis, spelled neuro. Neurofibromatosis. Yeah, no one knows what it is, but they should know that you're awesome. Thank you, we're normal people like you. Okay, I'll take some of your sausage, just a little no disrespect. One time in a coffee shop, an auntie came up to me and said, "I'm a nurse and I know exactly what's wrong with you. And just so you know, when you die and meet God, you'll be beautiful, you won't have any more bumps, and you'll be beautiful." I said, "I think I'm beautiful now." She shook her head and said, "No, she's not," and walked away. If I were there, I would have said, "She's the most beautiful person I've ever seen. Thank you." Because that's why when I saw that picture of you with those eyes and that smile, I knew right away that's why I loved you. Thank you. I think it's what makes us strong, and what really builds my love for her is sharing her story and how she handles people asking about our future. We do a lot to raise awareness about neurofibromatosis and support individuals and families with the disease, but also as a couple to travel and be involved in our community, continue the activities and things we love. We always say we have enough, but it doesn't own us. We do the best we can, and you have to keep going, right? This is how you live. Wade McCrae, Washington, and BJ Glaze, an inspirational fitness duo living with cerebral palsy and scoliosis, breaking boundaries with passion and drive, not only living with a rare condition, but challenging the norms of what one can do with it. In this gym in 2016-2018, I entered and won my first competition. My wife, won because of her passion. I don't know how I did it, but it's amazing. You guys are pioneers in all of this, and I have to say I'm proud of what we've accomplished. I was diagnosed with hypertrophic cardiomyopathy at 11 months old and scoliosis at 12. Cerebral palsy is a group of disorders that affect a person's ability to move and maintain balance, caused by abnormal brain development or brain damage that affects how a person controls their muscles. I've been through a lot of bullying in my life, and I'm not going to lie, it was terrible. I felt bad about the way people talked about me. How did we first meet? Well, we met at Houston Community College downtown, and we've been together since December 1983. When my grandmother passed away, she told me I needed to move on, do something with my life, get healthy, and everything. I wanted to be a professional bodybuilder or a professional wrestler. When it came to wrestling, I thought it was a little dangerous, so I chose bodybuilding. I went to Tina and asked her about becoming a bodybuilder. Tina is my trainer, my coach, my mentor, my friend, and my family. I am the motivator of the team, the one who stirs the spirit. I saw him at the gym before, always positive and cheerful. When he came in and said he wanted to become a bodybuilder, I had to stop and ask, "Are you serious? I don't know if you're joking or not." He said, "I'm very, very serious." I agreed, and we started. I sat down and talked to him, saw the determination in his eyes and the seriousness in his voice. He said, "I really want to do a bodybuilding show." I said, "Okay, seriously, let's do it." After that, Tina went online every morning, looked up, researched cerebral palsy scoliosis. I said, "What's going on?" She said, "I can do it. I'll train Wade." We started going to the gym 3 days a week, and now I'm a bodybuilder. After Wade won his first bodybuilding show, BJ came to Tina and said, "Tina, I'll let you train me. My sophomore year, I lost a lot of weight, and now I'm unstoppable." Oh my gosh. Tina and we know what we're doing, and we're not going to stop. I've been training Wade for 4 years and BJ for 3. Their confidence has increased dramatically, which is beautiful. Some of Wade and BJ's weaknesses are still related to footwork, walking, and walking. We're constantly improving that. Initially, Wade's hands were really bad with the barbell. He couldn't hold it well, but over time he's built up the strength, and now it's one of his best lifts where he can hold it really well. With the bench press, I can lift up to 120 pounds. With BJ, I still have to make some adjustments for her, but we're getting more confident in what we're doing. Now we do push-ups on the floor, and sometimes I let BJ do it on her own, saying, "Come on, BJ, get up." She's like, "You have to help me." I said, "No, what if I'm not here? Come on, BJ, do it." Inspired by her work with the couple, Tina decided she wanted to help more people. My company, Normal to Be Fit, had formed a non-profit arm, and we volunteered our services for free for any and all gym activities. I volunteered with Normal to Be Fit, doing what I could to raise awareness about scoliosis and other disabilities. This time, BJ and Wade were not just the ones being trained, they were the ones being inspired. Seeing the pride on Wade's face as he helped others, he said, "I've helped them. I know what to say to help them get through their workouts." I was like, wow. And BJ was chatting with a woman in a wheelchair who was depressed and didn't want to work out. BJ said, "Come on, girl, I'll work out with you. You tie a strap around my leg and I'll hold it for you." I help people with different machines act as an assistant, and I also help by motivating. Sometimes they feel like they can't do it, and I say, "No, if I can do it, you can do it too. Come on, let's do it together." My main goal is to become a personal trainer in the future. Nothing is easy, but I will make it easy. Look at that smile. What a move. Boom, boom. Nothing can stop it. This inspiration is destiny. Yes, we do a movement where everyone raises their hands. I see Jonathan don't cover anyone's face. I'm proud of him for overcoming everything. I see him getting stronger, and I'm always by his side. I am so proud of my wife for her incredible success in her weight loss journey. Starting a bike was a huge step for her, and we got through it together. I am so lucky to have her in my life. Wade and BJ, despite their scoliosis and cerebral palsy, have never let adversity stop them. They have always pushed forward with an indomitable spirit. Jay and Pamela are a unique couple living with neurofibromatosis, a rare condition that can cause tumors in the body affecting nerve tissue. However, instead of letting the disease stop them, they used it as motivation to build a full life. Pamela, with her courage and optimism, helped Jay see life in a different way. The two supported and inspired each other, creating a strong relationship. They not only overcame the difficulties of the disease, but also affirmed that love can conquer all challenges. The couple faced not only the disease, but also the social challenges of having to endure the stigma and questions from others. However, they chose to face it and share their story with the world. They became pioneers in changing the way people living with rare diseases are viewed. Pamela said that every day with Jay was a day of learning about patience and courage. They did not let the disease define their lives, but always found joy in simple moments. Jay and Pamela look to the future with hope and determination. They do not let their illness stop them from achieving their goals in life. Jay is proud of Pamela not only for her resilience, but also for her unconditional love for him. They are both actively involved in community activities to raise awareness of neurofibromatosis and other rare diseases. They hope that their story will inspire others to overcome their challenges and live more positively. Jay and Pamela are proof that love can overcome any limit. Vanya and Joseph are a wonderful couple who demonstrate the power of love to overcome all challenges. Vanya, a strong woman, was born with cystic fibrosis, a genetic disease that affects the respiratory and digestive systems. Despite the difficulties she faces in her daily life, she always maintains an optimistic spirit and never lets the disease hinder her life. Joseph, her partner, is not only her lover, but also her devoted companion, always by her side throughout her journey of fighting the disease. They have overcome many challenges, shared joys and sorrows together, and always encouraged each other to never give up. Their relationship is a testament to how love can be a source of strength even in the face of unique health conditions. Vanya and Joseph not only face the challenges of cystic fibrosis, but also the differences in their daily lives. They have found ways to work together and build a meaningful life that inspires others. The beautiful moments in their lives, whether it be their trips or their simple days together, are always filled with unconditional love and support. Vanya and Joseph's story is a testament to how true love can overcome any limit, even the most difficult health challenges. Not every fairy tale ends with a happily ever after, even the most followed love stories on the internet. Jamie and Nikki Perkins were once one of YouTube's most beloved couples. But after 6 years of marriage, they shocked fans by announcing their separation. Anyone who followed them felt like they were witnessing a real-life love story, from their engagement and wedding to the birth of their 2 adorable daughters and countless everyday moments. Nikki, a model from Australia, and Jamie, her charming Australian husband, became a symbol of a loving, healthy interracial relationship. Their honest vlogs, stylish photos, and sweet chemistry touched the hearts of millions. They never tried to be perfect. They were simply themselves, laughing, crying, celebrating, and navigating the challenges of life and parenthood together. But by 2019, things started to shift. Sharp-eyed fans noticed Nikki no longer wore her wedding ring, and her Instagram was stripped of family photos, replaced with solo shots. Then came the silence, the kind that only fueled public curiosity: what was happening with Jaime and Nikki. Finally, they confirmed the sad news through separate statements. No drama, no clickbait, just raw, painful honesty. Nikki admitted the decision broke her heart, but it was necessary. Jaime echoed her sentiment. There was love. But they had grown apart and chose to part ways to find new paths forward. Fans were understandably heartbroken. When you followed a couple's journey for years, it feels like you're going through the breakup too. But what's admirable is that they didn't point fingers or drag each other down. They ended things with grace and respect, a rarity in the world of celebrities. Since then, Nikki has focused on herself, growing her modeling career and business ventures. Jaime, meanwhile, has continued pursuing his creative passions and embracing his role as a father, a role he's always taken pride in. Their YouTube channel is now just a piece of the past. Still, they maintain a co-parenting relationship for their kids, emphasizing that you don't need to be spouses to be a team. Their split sparked a broader conversation about sustaining love under public scrutiny, no easy feat. Behind the glitz, influencers are human, too prone to hurt and missteps. Jaime and Nikki show us that love, even if it doesn't last forever, can end with respect. They didn't fail, they're just writing a new chapter. And that chapter? It's still full of love, just in a different way. Now, meet Bera Ivanishvili and Nanuka Gudavadze, a couple that feels like they stepped out of a real-life romantic movie. Bera, an albino rapper known for his rebellious style and powerful voice, is the son of Georgia's former prime minister and billionaire, Bidzina Ivanishvili. He's lived in the spotlight since childhood, but it was his relationship with the stunning model Nanuka that truly melted hearts. They dated quietly, steering clear of drama, and built something genuine. In September 2018, they tied the knot in a fairy tale wedding in the picturesque town of Signagi, Georgia. Instead of accepting wedding gifts, they asked guests to donate to local orphanages, a gesture that earned admiration not just for their love, but for their compassion. In 2019, they welcomed their first son, becoming Georgia's most beloved couple. Despite Bera's fame and wealth, it's Nanuka's confidence and sincerity that make their love shine. Their story is living proof that love doesn't hinge on looks or status. It stems from genuine connection and shared dreams. Now meet an equally eccentric couple, Anastasia Rescos and Quentin Dehar from France, who turned their doll-like dreams into reality. Since meeting in 2013, they've spent over $300,000 on surgeries and cosmetic treatments to transform themselves into real-life versions of Barbie and Ken. Quentin, a tech entrepreneur, has undergone multiple surgeries to achieve the perfect Ken physique, while Anastasia, originally from Russia, has dedicated her youth to embodying Barbie, from her golden blonde hair and slender figure to every detail of her outfits. The couple drives a Porsche, wears matching clothes, and lives in a literal pink world. Even Quentin's parents call them Barbie and Ken, and honestly, they're not far off. Their relationship is built on a shared passion for a truly unique lifestyle. Will they tie the knot like the doll couple they idolize? No one knows yet. For now, they're living in their own colorful plastic fairy tale, one day, one Botox injection at a time. Meanwhile, in another world, where the line between real and virtual grows ever blurrier, someone has taken tech-driven love to a whole new level. The love story of Tom and Stacy Crutchfield is a vivid testament that love can arrive when you least expect it. Tom, a 72-year-old reptile expert running a reptile farm in Homestead, Florida, never imagined he'd fall for someone 32 years his junior. It all began in 2010 when Stacy, then 27, needed help caring for her iguana and reached out to Tom via Facebook. From a simple consultation request, they quickly spent hours talking, bonded by their shared love for reptiles. At first, Tom thought Stacy was too young for him, but over time, their connection deepened. Their friendship turned into love, and in 2018, they officially tied the knot. At first, Stacy's parents were stunned, especially since her father was only 5 years younger than Tom, but after spending time with him, they realized Tom genuinely made their daughter happy and was a kind-hearted man. Tom and Stacy have faced curious stares and even been mistaken for father and daughter or grandfather and granddaughter when out together. Once a woman at a restaurant assumed Stacy was Tom's granddaughter. But the couple brushes off those looks because their happiness and love for each other are what matter most. Their story proves that sometimes love arrives in the most unexpected ways, even starting with an iguana and a Facebook message. Sometimes love comes in very different sizes. Just take the story of Elisani de Cruz Silva and Francinaldo Silva Carvalho from Brazil. Elisani stands at a towering 2.04 meters 6 feet 8 inches, making her the tallest woman in Brazil, a result of a rare condition called gigantism. By the time she was just 10 years old, she was already 1.75 meters tall. Throughout her childhood, Elisani was often teased and bullied for her extraordinary height. But in 2011, she met Franco, who at just 163 meters 5 feet 4 inches is 41 centimeters shorter than her. Yet for Elisani, height was never an issue. What mattered was Franco's heart and how he treated her with kindness, respect, and equality. The two quickly fell in love and tied the knot in 2015. Today, they're raising their son Angelo and building a happy family together. Elisani is also pursuing a modeling career, proving that she has risen above the criticism and judgment that once surrounded her. Their relationship is a powerful reminder that love doesn't need to fit a mold or follow any set rules or standards. True love always finds a way to rise above prejudice, and theirs is living proof of that. Love doesn't always arrive the way we expect, but when it does, it can completely transform a life. Take the story of Philip Elling and Susan Nyogu, for example. Philip, an Australian man born with a congenital muscle-wasting condition, has faced countless challenges throughout his life. Dependent on a wheelchair, he's had to navigate obstacles that few can truly imagine. But he still nurtured his dream of finding someone who would love him truly. In 2017, he met Susan, a Kenyan woman working in disability support at the same company. Their connection quickly blossomed, bringing new hope to both of them. Before their friendship blossomed into love, Philip worried that his disability would prevent him from finding happiness. But Susan saw him beyond the wheelchair. After 6 months of dating, they got engaged, and in January 2018, they held a simple wedding ceremony in a beautiful garden in Adelaide. Though not everyone approved, with some even calling Susan a gold digger, she didn't let the gossip affect her. She knew her love for Philip was genuine, built on a deep connection, respect, and seeing each other's true selves. Philip and Susan found a resilient love amidst many challenges. Meet Joe Darger, 51, from Salt Lake City, Utah, whose love life is truly unique. As a member of the fundamentalist Mormon community, Joe is married to 3 women, twin sisters, Vicky and Valerie, and their cousin, Alina. This family with 24 children has built a unique life together. It all began in 1990, when Joe, then 18, married Vicky and Alina in a joint ceremony. In 2000, at Vicky's encouragement, Joe also married her twin sister Valerie after she escaped an abusive relationship. To the outside world, their arrangement may seem complex, but for them it's a normal family within their polygamous religious culture. Their life is built on mutual respect, open communication, and love. They even wrote a book, Love x3, sharing the challenges and joys of their lifestyle. The Darger family proves that love doesn't always follow conventional patterns, and that's perfectly okay. Nick Vujicic was born without arms or legs, but that didn't stop him from living an inspiring life. He's a renowned speaker, author, and entrepreneur with his book, Life Without Limits, chronicling his journey of overcoming challenges. Everything changed when Nick met Kanai Miyahara during a speaking event in Texas. Though they only talked for a few hours, Nick couldn't forget her. Kanai was initially shy and hesitant to share contact information, but they began dating in 2012. Their love story blossomed quickly, and they now have 4 beautiful children. Nick says meeting Kanai felt like fireworks exploding in his heart, a moment he'll never forget. Their story proves that love transcends all physical boundaries and challenges, as true love is a deep connection between 2 souls. And that wraps up the incredible story of Nick Vujicic and Kanai Miyahara, a couple whose love defies expectations and proves that true connection knows no boundaries. Their relationship reminds us that love isn't about appearances, it's about heart resilience and the bond we share with someone special. What are your thoughts on this unconventional yet inspiring couple? Do you believe love can overcome all obstacles? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more stories like this, and share the video with your friends. You may have heard of couples with large age gaps or different backgrounds, but what about love that transcends boundaries of weight? The story of Emily Jennings and Sean is a testament to this. Emily from Denmark faced relentless bullying because of her size. She struggled with low self-esteem and emotional wounds. Emily met Sean, an Englishman, while playing PlayStation online, and their friendship slowly turned into a romantic relationship. Sean loved her for her personality and heart, not her appearance. After 9 years together, they got married, despite Sean's father not accepting their relationship. However, Sean didn't care because he had Emily by his side. Their story shows that love isn't about appearance or size, but about connection and acceptance. Their love proves that true love can overcome all judgments and prejudices. Jolison Fernandes da Silva, from Paraíba, Brazil, is a truly remarkable man, standing at 7'8". As a child, he was diagnosed with gigantism caused by a pituitary tumor producing excessive growth hormone. Jolison's journey to adulthood was far from easy. He faced bullying and struggled with self-acceptance. In 2007, he underwent surgery to remove the tumor, but his height continued to increase by another 4 inches, reaching 7'8". But the greatest growth in Jolison's life wasn't his height, it was love. Jolison met Eva Medeiros, a woman 3 feet shorter than him, through Facebook. Despite their significant height difference, Eva saw Jolison for who he truly was, a kind and loving person, not defined by his size. Now, happily married, they prove that love isn't about measurements or appearance. Though standing at opposite ends of the height spectrum, their hearts beat as one. Their story reminds us that what matters is the deep bond between two people. When love is that big, everything else becomes insignificant. The special couple from Nigeria, Yakubus, stands out with their remarkable height difference. Even when the wife wears high heels, she still can't reach her husband's hips. Despite being in the spotlight after a photo of them leaked, they didn't let their appearance affect their love. With Mr. Yakubu being a famous athlete, they proved that love isn't about height or looks, but about the genuine connection and love they share. If you often watch TV or movies, you might be familiar with Kung Nuyat P, a striking actress known for her 5'7" height and captivating presence. In late 2017, the internet buzzed when news broke about her and her new boyfriend, An Kwang, who stands at just about 3 feet tall, roughly 1 meter. This vast height difference didn't stop their love from flourishing. Kung frequently shares sweet photos of the two, proving that love isn't limited by appearance or anything else. They've shown that true love remains unaffected by numbers or outward differences. What's appeared on Kung Nuyat P and her boyfriend An Kwang's social media shows they're genuinely serious about each other. While we don't know exactly how long they've been together, their love story has left a strong impression on fans and followers. Their relationship proves that love doesn't care about external factors like height or fame. When two people truly connect, everything else becomes insignificant. Kung and An Kwang's story is a reminder that love comes in all shapes and sizes. Victor Hugo Peralta and Gabriela, a remarkable couple from Argentina and Uruguay, are renowned for holding the Guinness World Record for the most body modifications as a married couple. Both are covered in extensive tattoos, boast over 50 piercings, and have subdermal implants, creating a truly unique and distinctive appearance. Gabriela and Victor Hugo are stars at the RIA Tattoo Week, where they showcase their bold and extraordinary bodies, drawing attention wherever they go. They prove that love isn't about appearance, but about connection and what you feel for each other regardless of tattoos or modifications. Sun Mingming and Xu Yan from China hold the record for the tallest married couple in the world with a combined height of nearly 14 feet. Ming stands at 7'8" and Xu Yan at 6'1". They married on August 4, 2013 in Beijing. They first met at the National Games of China in 2009, and their friendship quickly blossomed into love. Despite their towering heights, sometimes making travel sports or finding suitable hotel rooms challenging, they don't let these obstacles hinder their happiness. Their story is proof that love can thrive regardless of size, even with some hurdles along the way. Chris and Lisa Pittman from the UK are renowned martial arts experts. They recently broke the Guinness World Record for the most pine boards broken in 1 minute using just one hand. Chris went first, astonishing everyone by smashing 315 boards. Not to be outdone, Lisa followed and broke 230 boards in 1 minute, setting the female record. Additionally, they hold the record for the fastest time to break 1,000 roof tiles, with Chris achieving it in 51.08 seconds and Lisa in an astonishing 83.98 seconds. Both prove that strength and skill aren't just innate, but come from focus, precision, and relentless determination. Chris and Lisa are a power couple ready to tackle any challenge to achieve their goals. Annalisa Hackelman proudly calls herself the lady with a beard, and fully owns it. As a teenager, she was diagnosed with a rare condition that causes hair to grow all over her face. At first, Annalisa was desperate and tried every possible method to remove it. Even her mother took her for laser treatments, but they were ineffective. Annalisa had to shave twice a day and felt very insecure about her appearance. However, everything changed when she met David, who accepted Annalisa with all her unique traits. With David's support, Annalisa gradually reduced the frequency of shaving and eventually stopped altogether, for the first time feeling comfortable in her own skin. David helped Annalisa regain her confidence and find true love without needing to change herself. Their story is a testament to acceptance and unconditional love, overcoming all insecurities and prejudice. Paulo Gabriel Dilva Barros and Catiucia Leoshino are a famous couple, not only for their unique love, but also for their modest height. They became the shortest couple in the world and were entered into the Guinness World Records. Paulo is 90 centimeters tall, about 3 feet, and Catiucia is slightly taller, standing at 91.13 centimeters, just over 3 feet. Their love story began in 2006, when Paulo first met Catiucia on the social media platform Orkut. He was immediately drawn to her, but at first, Catiucia didn't feel the same. In fact, she even blocked Paulo on the messaging app. However, Paulo didn't give up and persistently pursued her heart. Finally, on December 29th of that year, they officially became a couple. Four years later, they moved in together and got married. Although their height always attracted attention everywhere they went, Paulo and Catiucia didn't let that affect their relationship. They focused on love and happiness together. Their story proves that in love, height, or any differences don't matter. What truly matters is the connection, support, and affection they have for each other. They are a wonderful example of true love overcoming all barriers. Sean Stevenson, despite being only about 3 feet tall, overcame all the challenges in his life, from brittle bone disease, osteogenesis imperfecta, to physical obstacles. Not only that, he became a famous motivational speaker, inspiring millions of people on how to overcome life's difficulties. What makes Sean's story even more special is the love he found with Mindy Gniss. They met in 2009 through a mutual friend, And after 3 years of dating, they got married in 2012. Despite facing harsh criticism from online communities, such as claims that Sean couldn't satisfy Mindy, or that she only loved him for his money, Mindy spoke out strongly in their defense. She asserted that Sean's height or disability did not affect the quality of their sexual life, and that the real love between them was the most important thing. Sean and Mindy's story serves as a powerful reminder that no matter what challenges you face in life, you can still have a fulfilling life full of love and the ability to inspire others. Love doesn't always have to follow societal norms, and Amanda Rogers from the UK proved this when she married her special companion, her dog, Sheba. After her previous marriage ended, Amanda decided to marry Sheba, who had been by her side for many years, providing joy and support whenever she felt down. Although society may not understand, for Amanda, love isn't about finding a partner by conventional standards, but about finding someone, or in this case, something that truly makes you happy. Sheba is the one who makes Amanda's life complete and meaningful. Amanda and Sheba's story reminds us that love can come from relationships that don't follow traditional molds, and that true happiness comes from connection and mutual acceptance. Anton Kraft, despite being only 4'4", has proven that true strength isn't in height, but in inner power, and the love he has for his partner, China Bell. Anton is a renowned athlete holding the world record for a 500 lb bench press, 4 times his body weight. But what makes Anton and China's story special is not just his physical strength, but the love they share for each other. China Bell, a 6'3". Transgender woman, was initially unsure about dating someone much shorter than herself. However, after getting to know Anton and feeling the strong connection between them, she completely changed her mind. Their relationship quickly blossomed, and despite only being together for 6 months, Anton is already thinking about proposing. He lovingly calls China his tower of strength, and is incredibly proud of their relationship. From Sean and Mindy, Amanda and Sheba, to Anton and China, these stories show that love doesn't always follow traditional molds, and sometimes it comes from the most unexpected places. Although each of these couples faced their own unique challenges, from physical and social obstacles to prejudices about age, height, and other factors, they've proven that true love is not limited by appearance or societal norms. True love is about connection, acceptance, and mutual understanding. Whether different or not, what others expect, love can overcome it all. These stories serve as lessons about finding happiness and meaning in life, even when it doesn't meet conventional standards. So that's it. We've explored the 12 weirdest couples you won't believe exist. Love really can come from the most unexpected places, right? If you enjoyed these stories, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to support the channel. And if you know of any other strange couples, feel free to share them in the comments. Let's keep discovering more unique stories in the next video. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.